Ni hao. In this episode of Mind, Body and Soul, gentle healing with cranial sacral therapy. Cozy, comfy meditation solutions and using yoga for extra energy. But first, catch a wave to drop the weight. Are you a goofy foot or a natural? This is something you may not have needed to know up until now, but you'll find out quickly if you make an inspired choice for your next fitness activity and decide to learn to surf. Surfing is a great all-round fitness sport. Paddling to get out to the waves improves upper body and abdominal strength, breathing and endurance. Jumping up on the board teaches coordination and balance. Catching and riding a wave teaches you one of life's precious lessons, that you're a winner.
I can do it both feet.
You can do it on both feet.
Goofy footers jump on their board with their left foot at the back of the board and naturals with their right. You will be amazed when you try and jump up on a surfboard for the first time that your body will make its own decision about which way you go. 9 times out of 10, your feet will choose natural. Surf classes begin on the sand and involve learning to position yourself on the board. Learning to paddle and to hold your body so that you're not placing stress on your back. You will also learn, usually amidst lots of laughter, to push yourself up into a crouched and then standing position, ready to catch a wave. In the old days, most people learnt to surf on somebody else's old fiberglass board, usually with a few dings and scratchy bits on the side. Surfing today is a sport of comfort. Most surf schools use long, wide boards with a soft foam rather than fiberglass cover. These boards are heavy to carry down to the beach, but they're stable, comfortable and soft if you crash into them or they crash into you. Like most sports, the best way to learn to surf is to do it. Launching yourself into the waves for the first time will probably be awkward and funny as you try to control your board, get on it and stay on it. Most schools will encourage you to surf in the whitewater for the first lesson, graduating to the unbroken green waves once you've learned to stand up, hopefully in your first class. Riding a surfboard is not the only way to surf. Just ask a dolphin or a seal. Other options are body surfing, boogie boards, or good old-fashioned inflatable surf mats, fast coming back into fashion. All of these incorporate the basic action which gets you fit in surfing. Swimming or paddling through the waves, and the basic thrill, riding a wave all the way in to the shore. The majority of injuries surfers experience are from cuts or bruises from the noses or fins of their boards. Boogie boards and surf mats are softer than boards and less likely to cause injury. If you get dumped on a wave, they have more bounce and there's less impact to your body. If you don't hanker after standing up on a wave, a boogie board or a surf mat will provide hours of fun, worry-free surfing and get you fit. But you won't be able to hang 10. That's for board riders only, and it means riding a wave with all of your toes curled over the nose of your board. Are you suffering from back pain and having trouble finding a solution? Would you like the solution to be a gentle form of hands-on therapy, which mostly involves you lying still on a table and relaxing? Craniosacral could be the perfect therapy for you. Craniosacral therapy works with the membranes surrounding the brain and the cerebrospinal fluid to balance the skeletal system and support the nervous system. Our craniosacral system has a natural rhythm stimulated by the production of cerebrospinal fluid. The rhythm is like a tidal ebb and flow. except when it's out of balance. Therapist Carolyn Welsh has been practicing craniosacral therapy for 10 years. The craniosacral rhythm is independent of other rhythms in the body, Carolyn says. It's independent of pulse, breathing, everything. Our bodies are 75% water, and that makes it easy for a trained practitioner to feel the rhythm and work with it. Often we think of back treatment as manipulation, cracking, massage, and exercises. In a craniosacral session, your experience is likely to be more gentle than any of these, yet profoundly healing. The practitioner holds your body in a way that gently encourages the rebalancing of the craniosacral fluid, resulting in a deep experience of healing and relaxation. Craniosacral therapy is not just for backs. It can be useful for all kinds of physical and emotional stress or trauma, and as a preventative therapy.
Throughout our lives, our bodies experience layer upon layer of stress and sometimes trauma. If these experiences are minor, the body and the craniosacral fluids will realign themselves. But when the experience is severe, the rhythm is interrupted and the body is unable to complete its natural process of healing.
Craniosacral therapy is particularly suited to elderly people, children, or anyone experiencing high levels of pain, as the treatment is the least invasive of all bodywork therapies.
Craniosacral therapy is so non-invasive that you can work on babies as soon as they are born.
Trauma to the body can start during birth. A long birth can be traumatic, but also a short birth can be too much too soon. If you can treat babies within the first 3 days, you can really prevent some of the consequences of birth trauma, including severe conditions like ADHD and autism. Craniosacral therapy respects the body and calls on the body's natural ability to heal. It gets to the source of the problem and doesn't impose anything on the body. The gentle and rhythmic nature of the treatment can induce a sleep-like state, meaning that the patient is always relaxed, creating a greater opportunity for healing.
You're calling upon the body's natural ability to heal itself.
Do you feel that your life is getting busier all the time and you have no time to get away and get your life in order? Well, you don't have to take a holiday. Why not try meditation as a tool for calming a stressed out mind? Stress is literally all around us. Chances are you're worried about something, whether it's work, the single biggest cause of stress, money, or family. Stress is bad for us because, as well as causing mental upset, it can also cause physical illness. Meditation is becoming a vital tool for managing our stress and calming our minds. Meditation offers many benefits. It lessens anxiety and stress, improves self-esteem, lowers depression, and increases our levels of creativity. It lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. Meditation also helps you gain better control over your emotions, and it can help you to build better relationships with the people that you love. But if you're thinking that you'd never have time to meditate or could never master the skill, think again. Anyone can successfully meditate with a little bit of practice. One simple meditation technique is to focus on your breathing. All it involves is being aware of our breath and counting as we breathe in and out. If you prefer not to count, you could simply say in as you breathe in and out as you breathe out. There's no need to speak out loud. Counting in your mind is fine. Another breathing technique involves breathing in and out and imagining that you're breathing in healing golden light while expelling negative black energy. Let yourself become immersed in the light. It's relaxing and healing. However, using a mantra is probably what most of us think of when we first think of meditation. Your mantra doesn't have to be a word like Om. It can just as easily be a phrase such as "Who am I?", your name, or a self-affirmation such as "I am beautiful." Using such a phrase really personalizes your meditation and increases your chances of success. Just get yourself comfortable in a quiet room with some gentle light so you don't fall asleep, and focus on repeating your chosen phrases over and over. It can be difficult to keep your mind focused during meditation, as it's only natural for your mind to wander when you're first starting out. The key is not to become annoyed, but to acknowledge that your mind has wandered and gently bring it back to your meditating. Don't get angry with yourself if it takes you a while to master the skills of meditation. After all, you're trying to learn something new. Meditation is an individual experience, so it's just a matter of experimenting and finding out what works the best for you. As for how long you should meditate for, there are no right or wrong answers. Whether it's a few calming breaths in an elevator, or 20 minutes in a calm environment, any amount of meditation is enough to soothe your mind and soul. Just go for as long as you feel you need to. Despite our best attempts to maintain an appearance of youth and vigor, everyone is affected by the laws of gravity and the environment. Once you also add stress and a less than perfect diet, it's inevitable that by our mid-30s, the muscles in our faces will start to sag, wrinkles will form, and our skin will begin to lose its smooth texture and elasticity. In our last episode, we learned that the effects of time and gravity can be greatly reduced by some simple face exercises, or face-exercises. In this episode, we'll cover the face-exercises for the lips, jowls, chin, and the neck and throat area. You'll be surprised how doing daily resistance-type facial exercises will tone your face, lift your facial muscles, and restore lost tautness naturally. So there's no need to rush for a Botox injection or radical facelift surgery. They're also completely free, painless, and totally non-invasive. And there's more good news. Face exercises will also balance sebum distribution, evening out the oily and dry patches that lead to larger, unsightly pores. Slowly draw the upper lip upward as high as possible and maintain for 10 seconds. Concentrate on the upper lip and slowly bring it down. Relax. Have the mouth slightly open. Apply the middle, index or annular fingers under the eye on the cheekbone and relax the upper lip. Curl up the lip as high as possible, maintaining the finger pressure, and keep this position for 10 seconds. Return slowly to the initial position. Remove the fingers and relax. Now sit upright facing forwards and purse your lips together. Lift your pursed lips toward your nose and keep it there for 5 counts. Relax and repeat 5 times. For a well-defined chin and jawline, pull your bottom lip over your top lip. Tilt your chin up slightly and smile toward the top of your ears. Hold for the count of 10. Repeat 5 times. You should feel the burn in your jaw and throat. Lie on your back on the bed or floor. Slowly raise your head, touching your chin to your chest. Then slowly lower your head back down. Repeat 10 times, working up to 50 a day when you're stronger. There is nothing flattering about a neck with hanging folds of skin. These exercises will help make the skin and muscles taut again. Sit upright, tilt your head back looking at the ceiling, while keeping your lips closed, and then start a chewing movement. You will feel the muscles working in your neck and throat area. Repeat 20 times. With your head still tilted back, start puckering your lips together in a kiss and stretch the kiss as if you were trying to kiss the ceiling. Keep your lips puckered for 10 counts, then relax. Bring your head back to normal and repeat 5 times. Now tilt your head back, open your lips and stick your tongue out as if you were trying to touch your chin with the tip of your tongue. Keep your tongue out in this position for 10 counts and return your tongue and head to its normal position. This is sometimes referred to as the tiger's yawn. Sit upright and face forward, and while keeping your lips together, separate your teeth by dropping your jaw and then push your jaw forward. Keep for a count of 10. Bring back to the starting position and repeat 5 times. Face tapping is yet another good exercise to increase blood circulation. Use light and quick taps on the face with the pads of your middle fingers. Massaging the ears can also go a long way in lending a glow to the face. With index finger and thumb, massage the rim of the ear and pull it slightly. Massage the crevices and spirals of the ear too. This is also blissfully relaxing. Feeling a bit silly? Well, you won't be when you start seeing visible results in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. Stick with the exercises daily and you'll gradually achieve an overall fresher and more youthful look within 3 months. With facial muscles increasingly supple and rosy, don't be surprised if your friends and family start to compliment you. Rock crystal quartz, the most common gem variety of quartz crystal, is formed from the 2 most abundant elements in the Earth's crust, silicon and oxygen. Historical records show the use of rock crystal for decoration and jewellery for at least 4,000 years. Tools and weapons were made from rock crystal long before it was used for ornamental purposes. The metaphysical market uses quartz crystal in jewellery and healing devices like charms. Quartz is said to reduce the effects of harmful electrical products, enhance psychic powers and intuition, and aid the digestive tract. It's also believed to enhance the properties of other crystals. It's a versatile, all-purpose healing stone, and it's easily identified by its smoky, white, rose or lavender tones. Do you suffer from the dreaded late afternoon slump? Do you rely on a good, strong cup of coffee or a fatty, sugary snack to perk yourself up? Well, there's no need to, and excessive caffeine, fat and sugar play havoc on your body. Why not try something a little different to get through the day? Yoga's commonly recognized for its calming benefits, but it can also help put some more bounce into your step. Our yogi Dominique has some fantastic poses. Give them a shot and you might find that you don't even want that coffee anymore. This sequence helps to send oxygen-rich blood to the brain and gently stimulates the adrenal glands and pancreas to lift energy levels and balance blood sugar naturally. Cat pose. Bidlasana. Begin on all fours with hands directly under shoulders and knees directly under hips. Inhale and slowly arch the spine down toward the floor, looking gently up toward the ceiling. Exhale to reverse this movement, rounding the spine up toward the ceiling and looking toward the belly. Repeat 5 to 10 times. Cobra pose, Bhujanasana. From all fours, gently lower your body flat on the floor. Place the hands in line with the throat and roll the shoulder blades down the spine away from the ears. Inhale and slowly lift the head, shoulders, chest and ribs off the floor. Depress the shoulders to engage the arms and chest and look ahead with the neck neutral. Only come up as far as your lower back permits and as far as you can while maintaining a smooth, steady breath. Hold for 5 to 10 breaths and then slowly release to the floor. Downward facing dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From lying on the floor, place the hands near the lower ribs and come back slowly to all fours, with wrists directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. Tuck the toes under and inhale, lifting your pelvis up to the ceiling, tilting your hips up on a diagonal angle, like an inverted V shape. Relax the head in between the arms and soften the muscles in the face. This is very important as to allow for maximum circulation of arterial blood to the upper body and head. Hold this position for 5 to 10 breaths, or as long as it feels appropriate for you. To release, inhale to all fours and exhale to bring the hips back to the heels in child's pose. Bring the arms back behind the body and rest the forehead on the floor. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, stack the fists on top of one another and rest the head here. Allow the body to absorb the energy of the sequence. Repeat the entire sequence of postures 2 to 3 times, depending on how you feel. This is a great all-natural way to get some energy back into your day. Find a quiet spot at your school, office or home and get into yoga. It's got to be better than a caffeine rush or sugary hit that only lasts for a short while. Join us again on Mind, Body and Soul as we discover more paths to health and happiness. But for now, Dominique gives us some food for thought.
The words compassion and tolerance are often bandied about in our society. But what do these words really mean for someone on the spiritual path? And how can we begin implementing the spirit of compassion and tolerance into our lives? Start by remembering that people's behaviour, people's words, people's actions are a reflection of what's happening inside of them. If someone behaves in a way that is insulting or hurtful, that is because they themselves are suffering inside. When we remember this, it's difficult not to have tolerance. It's difficult not to have compassion for these people in so much pain. Remember that no one gets out of bed in the morning and deliberately tries to annoy you. Learn not to take it so personally and allow the spirit of compassion and tolerance to shine through.